coming on to the next step, that is solving the joint. So I just take the first joint as joint A. So here in joint A, so there are the forces acting at joint A is HA. As I said that I have represented all in the tensile direction. So joint A, it is HA, FAB, and FAE, and then VA. So here they haven't given the angle, so theta. So theta I need to calculate that. So before that I apply the horizontal equilibrium condition. So since it is a method of joint, so I have stated earlier, for each and every joint I need to apply the equilibrium conditions. So first I apply the first equilibrium condition, that is sigma h is equal to 0. So here theta, it is not determined here, so I need to determine the theta first here. So theta is equal to tan inverse of 0.75 divided by 1. So here tan inverse of 0.75 by 1. So tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent. Opposite side here is 0.75 meters and adjacent side is 1. So theta can be determined by tan inverse of 0.75 divided by 1. Therefore theta is equal to 36.86 degrees. So 36.86 degrees. So FAB is acting at an angle of 36.86 degrees from the horizontal axis. So again, resolving FAB as FAB cos theta and FAB sin theta, we need to apply the horizontal equilibrium condition. So there are some of the horizontal forces here are HA, FAE, FAB cos theta. By applying the sign convention, that is left side going forces are taken as negative and right side going forces are taken as positive. So minus HA plus FAE plus FAB cos theta is equal to 0. This is one of the equation. So HA is nothing but 8A. So minus 8A plus FAE plus FAB cos 36.86 I have got here. So that is equation 1. So applying the next equilibrium condition here, so sigma V, it is equal to 0. So sigma V I can apply here as upward forces are taken as positive and downward forces are taken as negative. Here VA and FAB sin theta are only the two vertical forces are there. So it is minus 3.33, that is minus VA plus FAB sin theta is equal to 0 for sigma V condition. So FAB sin 36.86 will be equal to 3.33. Solving this equation, I got FAB as 5.55 kilonewton. It is a positive force, so the positive force can be treated as a tensile force. So substituting the value of FAB in equation 1, I got FAE as 75.56 kilonewton as a tensile force. It is a positive force, hence I have stated it as tensile force. So the next important step is that solving for joint B. So as in case of joint B, the number of forces are FBC, FAB and FBE. So here between FAB and FBE I have taken angle as alpha. So here alpha, I need to determine alpha. So I have determined the value of FAB, theta. I have determined the value of theta here. So theta remains same as in case of the other quadrant also. So the alpha will be 90 minus theta. So the alpha is equal to 53.13 degrees. Therefore, I also apply the equilibrium conditions here. And the first equilibrium condition is sigma h is equal to 0. FBC is acting in the right side direction, hence it is taken as positive. So FBC minus FAB sine alpha is equal to 0. Only two horizontal forces are acting here. Therefore, FBC minus 5.55 is FAB value, sine 53.13 is equal to 0. Solving this equation, FBC I have got it as 4.44 kilonewton. So the next equilibrium condition here is sigma V is equal to 0. Sigma V, if I take it into consideration, so there are only two vertical forces, that is the FBE and FAB cos alpha, which are in both vertically downward direction. So therefore minus FBE minus FAB cos alpha is equal to 0. So therefore minus FBE is unknown, FAB is known, cos alpha is known. By using this, I can determine the value of FBE. So I got FBE as minus 3.33 kilonewton. So minus represents the FBE is in compression state. So the next joint is joint E. Here again, as in case of joint E, there are the forces acting here at joint E is FAE, FEF, FEC and FBE. So here, as in case of all the forces, since all the forces is acting in the free body diagram, in the very first in the previous slides, I have shown that it will be acting in the tensile direction. That is my assumption. I have taken it, but here in the previous solution, I have got FB as the negative value, that is minus 3.33 kilonewton. So that indicates that it should be a compressive force. So I have changed the direction of FB here, as that is nothing but in downward direction. So here, as in case of joint E, the number of forces are FAE, FEF, FBE and FEC. So here I need to determine the value of theta. Theta remains the same as that of the previous theta what I have solved it, that is 36.86 degrees itself. So coming on to the equilibrium condition, the first equilibrium condition is that sigma h, the horizontal forces, is equal to 0. So here I have the left side going forces as FAE, so it is minus FAE plus FEF plus FEC cos theta will be equal to 0. And again applying the equilibrium conditions in the vertical direction. So here minus FBE plus FEC sine theta is equal to 0. If I solve this equation, I will get FEC as 5.55 kilonewton, which is a positive value. Therefore it is taken it as tensile nature. So substituting the value of FEC in equation 1, I will get the value of FEF as 71.12 kilonewton, which is in the tensile nature, means it is a positive force, hence it is in tensile nature. So next, coming on to the next joint, it is joint F, which is a very simple joint. Here only four forces are acting, which is in the opposite direction. So straight away I can find out sigma h is equal to 0 and sigma v is equal to 0. FEF will be equal to FFD, since it should be of equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Therefore FFD is equal to 71.12, since I have determined the value of FEF in my previous slide. Therefore straight away I can conclude that FFD is also equal to 71.12 kilonewton. So the next is sigma V. So 50 kilonewton was a force acting, external load which was acting. So there is only one resisting force for this 50 kilonewton in the vertical direction. So that is nothing but FFC. So FFC will be equal to 50 kilonewton itself but in the downward, but in the opposite direction. But in the opposite direction. So the next is joint C. So in the joint C, you can just see five different forces here. So as in case of joint C, you will be having FBC, AT, FDC, FFC, and FEC. So here sigma H, if I just consider sigma H, alpha I have determined it. So I have taken alpha into consideration, theta I had determined it. So 90 minus theta is equal to alpha. I had taken it in the as in case of my previous slides. So I just retain that alpha as same as 53.14 14 degrees itself. So if I apply the equilibrium condition, so that is nothing but sigma H. So FDC and FDC is only the unknown force which has to be determined. Rest of it is determined already. So FDC I can directly apply the either sigma H or sigma V. So I have applied as sigma H. So by solving the above equation, I can determine the FDC value, and it has came as the negative value. So it indicates that 95.55 kilonewton is a compressive force. So the next is that so by this I have concluded the how to determine how to analyze the joint, how to analyze the truss by using the method of joints. Coming on to the next important method, that is method of sections. Here, as in case of method of sections, I have taken a problem wherein a truss which is a truss wherein I need to determine the member forces at BD, BD, CD and CE. So I need to determine only the forces at the members, at the specified members BD, BD, CD and CE. So first of all, I need to section this truss, means I need to cut the truss so that the individual member force can be determined. So I can take a section so that at one stretch of a section I can cut all the three members. So I need to select such a section so that all the three the members can be cut so that I can analyze it easily. So again, the next important step is that I need to check for whether the truss member is determinate or indeterminate. So since it is a plain truss, so I can apply the formula m plus r minus 2j. Here the number of members are 7 and the number of reaction forces are 3, 2 at hinges and 1 at the roller, and the number of joints are 5. So it is a structurally determinate. If I solve that, I'll get a 0. Therefore the redundancy is 0. The structure is purely determinate. So the next important step is the determination of support reactions. I need to apply the three equilibrium conditions here. Sigma H is equal to 0. So the number of horizontal forces are only 1. So only HE is the horizontal force is there. Therefore HE is equal to 0. So the next equilibrium condition is that the vertical forces is equal to 0. Summation of all the vertical forces is equal to 0. So there are three vertical forces. So 2 is upward forces, that is VA and VE, and 1 is only the downward force, that is 8000 Newton. Therefore I can straight away put it as VA plus VE is equal to 8000 Newtons. So again, if I take the moments at E, the clockwise moments are taken as positive and anti-clockwise moments are taken as negative. So VA into 2, it is in clockwise, therefore it is a positive moment, and 4000 into 1 minus 1000 into 1.5 minus 3000 into 0.5. So if I solve this, I'll get VA as 3500 Newton. So the next important step is that determination of unknown forces. So I have sectioned the force here. So after sectioning the forces, so the member forces are represented as a individual member forces, that is FBD, FDC and FEC. Again, at this FDC and FEC are represented and as projected as a dotted lines, which is met at point C here, so which is shown here. So I need to take the moment at the projected joint C always. So if I take the moment at projected joint C, so VE into 1, it is a negative moment, so it is anti-clockwise moment, hence it is negative. So 3500 into 0.5, it is exactly acting at the center, therefore it is half span, so it is 3500 into 0.5, it is in positive direction. So next force is FBD, so FBD into 0.866. So solving the above equation, I get FBD as minus 3464 Newton, which is a compressive force. So next, applying the equilibrium conditions in the vertical directions. So if I apply the vertical forces, so sigma V, if I apply it as 0, so there are the number of vertical forces are 3000 Newton acting in the downward direction, and VE is acting in the upward direction, and FDC sine 60 is acting in the downward direction. So if I just solve it, I'll get what is the value of FDC. So it is 1732.05 Newton. So it is a positive force. So it is stated as a tensile force. Taking the moment, the last important, since I have got FDC and FDB, so only the force which is unknown force which is left is FEC. So for determining the force, FEC, I need to take the moment about D itself. So if I take the moment about D, so that is V into 0.5, my plus FC into 0.866 will be equal to 0. If I solve that, FEC will be equal to 2598 Newton. So as in case of method of sections, so the very first important step is that I need to take a section so that all the members, maximum number of members are cut in that single section. And the second one is that I need to project the forces so that it meets at a single joint. So at that projected joint, I need to take the moment always. So after that, I need to take the vertical equilibrium conditions or horizontal equilibrium conditions in order to solve the remaining unknown force. So the last step is that I need to take the moment at the regular joint so that the remaining unknown forces are determined. Thank you.